my channel. My name is DeCourcia, and today we're doing a long-awaited Q&A. I asked you guys to give me questions on Instagram and YouTube, and you guys delivered. I guess when I was going through them like a month ago, it didn't seem like a lot, but looking at them now, I'm like, huh. So I don't know if this is gonna be 2 videos or just a very long video, so we shall see. First question, do you feel like you are more mentally unstable since you started pharmacy school? That is a very good question because lately I have been unstable. I haven't had a curse out, but I've had some spicy, snippy, short moments. I had a tantrum. So I have been more mentally unstable as of recently. I am better now, but for a good 3 weeks, almost a month, I was not okay, which was the month that I disappeared. I told y'all Pisces, we're quick to swim away, so I swam. I disappeared. I mean, I couldn't disappear in school, but I did skip a few days because I just needed to get my mental where it needed to be. But that's only just this semester. I feel like all the other semesters and the rest of my time in pharmacy school, I have been okay. But I also was surrounded by family. I talked about that in another video, my environment. There's a lot of things that are different now. So yes, now that I am currently in winter break, I am not in school. Kenya is still in school, so I am able to just have my alone time, my zen, all of that I've been needing. I have some vacations coming up. We were able to go back home for Thanksgiving to visit. So I feel my best self again. I feel great. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But I definitely was mentally unstable. Like y'all saw the break I had. That was me being unstable. Okay. Do you have a crush? Okay. So I did have a crush. Currently, I do not. I am somebody that gets over anything quick. It's hard to impress me, and to keep me impressed. So you got to get it while it's hot. That's how it is. You have to get me when I'm like, I'm interested, I'm on you. If not, in that phase, it passes, then you are out. Strike, like it's not even 3 strikes, you're just out. Like I'm not interested anymore. So right now, I do not have a crush, but I did have one. Pretty fine, pretty all that. And he still is, but it's just not a crush anymore. It's just like, he's just all of those things without me crushing, if that makes sense. So, if you could give your younger self advice, what would it be? This is a good one. I really don't know. Just to continue to be who you are. Everything happens for a reason, which I knew as a child, but really just believing it and knowing that everything is already done. No matter what happens, no matter what mistakes you have, what you are going to go through, the experiences are going to make you stronger, and you're still going to get to where you want to go and places you didn't even think of going. So keep it up, girl. You got it. Forgive yourself, like you are doing. Love yourself and move on. That's what I would say. Do you use drugs to cope with school or to prepare for a test? This is a great question because it happens a lot. It happens more than I was aware of, but then I got hit. I'm like, oh, this is what's going on. I'm the only few not doing this, but I do not use drugs for anything. I just started drinking coffee, and I don't even drink coffee every day. And I get like frappes only when I'm in lecture with a boring professor, I will go get a coffee. But I think I've gotten coffee maybe 4 times this entire semester. So I'm not a coffee drinker, but that's my drug, caffeine. That would be it. I don't like to rely on outside factors to get me to where I'm going, because once I start doing it, in my brain, I'm gonna feel like I need it to continue. And whenever I wanna stop, there's a possibility that I won't be able to perform as well, or that the anxiety of me performing without the benefits or the drugs wouldn't be where it should be. So I just don't want to put myself in a position to even depend or be dependent on a drug. Like, I'm here because of me. I got here without, coping mechanisms. Why did you start a YouTube channel? I began YouTube because for a while I was making these short tutorials on Instagram of like ways to style your hair, wash and goes, deep conditioning. I did like a few videos on Instagram and everyone loved them and they wanted me to make a channel. And I was like, y'all, I barely knew how to do those. And I wasn't good at editing or any of that. So it took me a while to start because I don't like starting something that I'm not great at. I'm not good. I'm never being mediocre. So with me not knowing how to edit, and I knew I couldn't be consistent back then, and all the things that I wanted to do to be successful, I knew I couldn't do at that time. So I was just like, you know what, at some point, you have to start from somewhere. And I don't need to have a camera, a ring light, any of the extra stuff. Like, I can just start because clearly people love the little videos I'm putting out. They don't have a problem with my editing, or it's at least not that awful. So I just decided to do it, and I taught myself along the way how to make thumbnails, how to edit, how to add music, all of that. Like, get subscribers and keep them. It was a lot, but I just taught myself how to do it because, one, it was fun, and I saw how much people really enjoyed watching my videos. And then when I started pharmacy school, I had a different audience, and then I just started sharing more. I'm like, oh, I have this audience, I have a hair audience, I have a pharmacy school audience, I have a mom audience, I have an audience that loves to travel, just all around a lot of things for me to share. And I'm just like, you know what? F it. I will get the ring light at some point. I will get the camera at some point. I will learn how to edit along the way. And until then, they're getting what they're getting. But they're loving it, apparently, because they're showing up, they're commenting, they're liking, they're supporting. So why stop? So that was the reason I started, and that is the reason why I am still doing it. Someone else asked, how long do you plan on doing YouTube? I don't know. I guess I didn't really put a cap, a time limit, a goal. I don't like to lead with expectations because I feel like that sets you up to get let down. So like I said, I started this because I had an audience. I had not a fan base, but people, supporters who enjoyed what I was putting out. And that was enough for me to just say, I'm going to try it and see where this goes. But I didn't say like, I'm going to stop when I get 100K subscribers. I'm going to stop when I get 20,000 views. I'm going to stop when I get this paid partnership. I'm going to stop it. I didn't think, one, that any of that would happen, especially so soon. And now that it has, I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird because I still can't believe the turnaround. So I don't know how long this is gonna last because, again, I do get bored with things quickly, but because there's so much going on and I can share so much, it's hard to get bored. I do get tired of filming and editing. So shout out to the big YouTubers who can pay people to edit for them. But there's a lot that I do that my family or my friends or my classmates are like, you should have filmed that. And I'm like, y'all, I don't have it in me. And some things I just like to keep. Like, I'm a very sacred, reserved, private person. And so for me to even have a YouTube is a big deal. And the things I share may seem, I don't know, open to you guys, but yet and still this isn't every part of me. I share a lot, but this isn't every part of me, and it never will be, because I like to hold something sacred. So a lot of big, intimate, thoughtful events or experiences that I take part in, a lot of them I don't film, and I don't regret not filming. So yes, I don't know how long I would do YouTube. I guess we shall see. Is it difficult to juggle your career in YouTube? And then someone else asks, is it hard to manage being a mom and going to school? So I actually have a video about managing and juggling all of those things. I will link that above. You guys can just check it out, because in that video I talk about it more in depth. It's not difficult. I think because I'm used to it, because I was a teen mom. It's been my whole life working, being a mom and going to school since I was 17. And I was working when I was pregnant too. So I was working at 16. So I've just been doing this literally like half of my life. This is all I know. So it's not difficult. It is a bit annoying because I don't know anything else, but I'm used to it. So the YouTube edition can be difficult when there's like sponsorships or collaborations involved, because there's like time crunches and deadlines that you have to stick to. And obviously the brands that reach out to me, they see what my channel is about. They see I'm in school, they see I'm a mom, they see all of that. So if I need a longer deadline because of a mental break that I need, or I have an exam coming up, I communicate that with them and they have no problem. So yeah, it's not difficult. Like I said, it could be annoying, but it's not difficult, and it's just because I'm used to it. Right. What is one thing that you really want to do, bucket list? I absolutely, positively want to do a hot air balloon ride. A lot of things that were on my bucket list have already been checked off, and I have some more things coming up in my vacation soon that I'm gonna check off again. But the one thing that is out of reach right now, that I don't even know when I can, make this happen, is a hot air balloon ride. And I just can't wait. It's happening. I just can't wait for it to happen. A couple of you asked me, do I want more kids later or in the future? No. No. I never wanted kids, and I don't want any more kids. It's kind of sad for whoever I marry and end up with, because not everyone wants a legacy, but I feel like with men, they typically do. But it probably won't happen with me. So I don't want any more kids. I'm good with Kenya. She's good. That's it. What inspires you to keep going every day? I'm not with that keep going shit. I'm with that. I'm chugging, I'm sitting out, I'm taking a nap. I'm gonna get some rest. Like, some days I don't want to go anywhere. Some days I don't want to work hard. I don't want to be the best. I don't want to be great. Some days I don't. Some days I don't. Some days I just want to be invisible. Like, I just want to disappear. So nothing. No, this is awful. Nothing inspires me to keep going every day. My work ethic and my determination has come from my struggles and me wanting to reach the goals I've put in place. And I'm gonna do that regardless. And that was my mindset when I was pregnant at 16. Like, I still knew this isn't stopping me. Things are gonna try to hold me back, but it's not gonna stop me from getting there. So just me making sure that I'm going after what I want and not letting anyone stop me from getting there. Me knowing that my life is in my hands. I create the future that I want is enough for me to continue and not give up. But again, I don't keep going every day. I know when to stop. I know when to take a break. I know when to sit things out. That's what I know how to do. So, yes, that to answer that question. Being a teen mom, what would be the biggest advice you would give your daughter? That is great. I feel like I give snippets of advice along the way, depending on her level of maturity and the age she's at. I drop so many gems on a regular. It's really hard to say. And although that was a huge life lesson that I live with every day, it's not like I did something wrong, I got the consequence, and I can move on like it never happened. I have to live with this every day. So, but she's been a part of it, and she's seen she's seen it through and through. So a lot of it, I don't feel like I have to explain. I feel like some things you are able to learn from other people's experience and know that you don't want that experience for yourself. But also, I feel like I've handled this too well that it doesn't seem like a bad thing. It doesn't seem as scary as it is. So I think about that. I really do think about that. And I also I let her know, like, regardless of what happens, what you do, the mistakes that are gonna happen, we're human, you can get through them. It's not what happens to you, it is how you deal with it. And that is my biggest thing. All right, if your channel blew up, would you put school on hold or continue your education? This is a great question. I would definitely continue my education. It's always been something that I wanted to do. You know, blowing up on YouTube is great. For me, it is not stable. It does not have the longevity that my career would have and the stability, because YouTube has been around for a long time and it's been booming and it's been great for people that have blown up overnight and just are millionaires, and now they have clothing lines and makeup and everything else and brand deals that have sprouted off of just them filming and talking to their camera. And they've been able to do that for 5, 6, however many years. That's great. But also, we don't know how long YouTube is going to be around. We don't know what the next big thing is. And for a lot of people, they are multi-content creators. Instagram, TikTok, Reels, YouTube, just all around can create and, make an editing clip look bomb and just all of that. And that is great. That is not something that I am able to do across the board and that I care to do or want to do for a long time. I said before that I am one to get bored and I will get over something. If I've done it and I've achieved something, cool, like whatever. But I feel like with education and my profession, I'm always being challenged. I'm always learning. There's always new drugs on the market. There's always new treatments for a disease. And it's just so much to learn. So I would hope I would never get bored, but also with technology and the robots and the drugs and the clinical trials and everything else, there's so many things to know that, like, I just would rather finish however long I have left, which isn't long at all, with school, become a pharmacist. And if I feel the need or if I want to continue doing YouTube, I continue doing it. I can do both, right? Like, why not just do both? So doing both, or doing none and being a stay-at-home mom. Just kidding. What's your biggest regret in life and your biggest blessing? I don't have any regrets. I honestly don't. There's things that I can just see myself not ever going through. And, my life being easier or me reaching my achievements quicker. However, everything that I've dealt with, I have learned a huge lesson, and there's a little bit of that I take with me every day. So I honestly don't have any regrets. Blessings, now I got a lot of those. My biggest blessing. You know, a lot of people would just say their kid, but she's not my biggest blessing. My biggest blessing would have to be the family and the spirituality and knowing God. Like, my family being able to instill that in me and to live by that. For me to see how, it's one thing to know how good God is, but for you to see it in multiple family members and multiple circumstances in their life has been my biggest blessing. It has honestly been such a lifeline, such a direct call from God. And that is like, I am where I am today, and I've been able to deal with the things that have been thrown at me, like, you know, like nothing. Because I know God, because of my faith, all of that. And so that is a blessing to me, because again, a lot of people know God, but a lot of people haven't experienced God. And they're not able to call their experiences God. They call it something else. So for me to know, and for me to always know that I can rely on God, and I have family members and friends that I can talk to that understand the depth of my relationship, is a blessing. Because I don't want to be, you know, it sucks when you're the spiritual one and you don't have anyone that understands what you're saying. They think you're just lucky. They think life's just been easy. But people that know, that get it, it's like, nah, but for real, God been looking out. You know, God really has been looking out. This didn't just happen overnight. This is a huge blessing. These are miracles. So just being able to share my experiences, my blessings, is a blessing. So yes, that is my biggest blessing. My fam, it's lit. Okay. What is the most adventurous thing you have done, and would you do it again? Okay, so adventure, I just think of like nature. I don't think of like the scary, like I don't think of skydiving because I've done that. Adventurous, I would have to say whitewater rafting was the most adventurous thing, and I would do it again. What's your morning routine? I don't really have much of a morning routine. You know, I have 2 alarms set just to be safe. Kenya gets ready, I do her hair. She either eats breakfast here or at school, depending on what she wants to do. And I drop her off and I head to school. Nothing special. Like, I don't do anything extra, and I don't eat breakfast during the week. I do eat breakfast, but it's typically brunch because we have it on the weekend. Kenya will make it at like noon, so it's brunch, but I don't eat breakfast. So not a morning routine. How do you stay consistent with your videos? That's a good question. I was able to stay consistent because I would have probably like 2 days out of the month, whether it was the 2 days of the same weekend or 2 days, different weekends, that I would film multiple videos. Also, I film a lot. I have a lot of content in my phone that I have not edited and put together. So I'm sitting on a lot of content. So I have room to, you know, upload, but I also don't, because I have a lot of videos, I don't just force them out and just pump a bunch of videos out. No, I still schedule them. I'm put this out this week, put this out that week. I have a list of YouTube ideas that I've wanted to do before I started YouTube. Honestly, like a list of 100 things. And then on top of that, I started pharmacy school and I moved. So more ideas have come up, and things that I haven't even written down are just like, oh, I can do that. Or a sponsorship will come about and a brand will reach out to me that I didn't even plan to do. So it's like I always have something to film. So if I'm ever taking a break, it's not because I don't have anything to film. It's really because I just need my time. Like, I have so much to film and so many videos that are just waiting to be uploaded, that I think that's more overwhelming, at least for me, than not having anything. I don't know. But that's how I stay consistent. I have a very busy life, so it's literally nonstop. So I just schedule them weekly. What's your favorite sign in a friend and a boyfriend? I don't know if this means zodiac sign. I'm going to take it as a zodiac sign because it didn't say trait. So my favorite sign in a friend would have to be a Virgo. I feel like our friendship is unmatched. I don't know. I really can't describe it. I just can't describe it. I don't know. I just feel like it's always good energy. It's always an understanding, like smooth sailing. Virgo for sure. Boyfriend. This is kind of tough because I feel like I've talked to mainly the same type of signs, whereas with my friends, I have not quite a few, but all of my best friends have different signs. And then my friends outside of that and my sister have different signs too, for me to really be able to say. When it comes to a boyfriend, my favorite is a Scorpio. I just have to say it. They don't particularly work out for me, but it is still just such a vibe and attraction that I don't get anywhere else. Like, I can know somebody is a Scorpio by how much, like, the magnetic field that is there. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. And the fun, the mystery, the low key, the intellect, that's just something that the Scorpios always give off. Like, I don't think I've met a Scorpio that doesn't hold those characteristics and those qualities. And because of that, I just love them. Like, they are my fave sign. They are very toxic, and I can get toxic too with them, but it's fun. You know, it's fun. So I'm gonna have to say Scorpio. If you could choose any man from your past to give another try, who would it be and why? They would just love, I'm sure they just waiting like, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? No, it's not. I don't ever want to sound too sure, right? Because we're human, anything can happen. However, I am one to give chances, not a chance. I am one to give chances. So for me to be able to walk away, your chances have run out. So I don't have anything left to give, if you know what I mean. So I don't honestly feel like I would give anyone another try because I've given them tries already and chances that they don't deserve anymore. So yeah, I don't think anyone. No one. No one. Am I dating? Guys, I'm not dating. School is my toxic relationship right now. And I'm ready to have a divorce. I'm ready to get this over with. What is my favorite animal? Polar bears. Fave food and your favorite drink. My favorite food would have to be Chinese food and a good seafood boil, shrimp boil. Like, I don't care for anything else. Shrimp, give me the shrimp. Scallops, I can do some scallops. Really just a shrimp boil I'm good with. My favorite drink. Okay, if we're talking about alcoholic drink, it would be Sex on the Beach. Tequila Sunrise, you know, fruity. My favorite drink to just like drink, I love root beer. Am I enjoying Florida? It's been okay. It hasn't been what I thought it was gonna be. So I've been a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. A little bit disappointed, but I'm also just so busy with school, I can't enjoy it to the fullest. So I try to keep that in mind, but it's whatever. Have I seen any gators? I've seen gators when I visited Florida, Orlando, Florida, when we went to like Gatorland, but I haven't just seen gators out. I've seen a lot of lizards though. Do you work or intern while in school for experience? No, I do not. I already have experience, like I said before. So nope. I don't. And again, that is in another video. I linked it above before, so you can go check that out. As to the reason why I don't work. How was the transition to Florida from Ohio? It was honestly a very smooth transition. I do wish that I had a break in between moving and starting school, because like we flew down one day and the next day I started school. So that sucked. I didn't really have a break in between summer and fall. But other than that, like my place is furnished. My car was shipped here. So it was very, very smooth transition. If you guys want a house tour, let me know. I was hesitant about doing that, but I feel like you guys will want to see. So I could do that if you guys are interested. Someone asked, how are you really, truly feeling? I love that question. I love that I'm seeing it now, because probably back then it's not the same feeling. But right now, so much has been put into perspective while I've had some clarity and just some peace and quiet and alone time, and my brain can honestly breathe and not be forced to study. Like, I can think of other things. So I really feel amazing. I feel blessed. I feel rejuvenated. I feel alive. I am so excited that I just have one semester left, and then that last year I'm just rotating. I'm so happy that I'm almost done. I'm almost done, and I'm happy to be here. Again, it's not what I thought it would be, but still, me being here is like amazing. And my kid is here. Like, I have no complaints, and I really truly feel blessed and blown away. Like, wow, you really here. You are really in school. You struggling. You know, but you've made so many friends. You've made family. I wouldn't take this back. I wouldn't take it back. So that is it for the Q&A. This video is going to be long as ever, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.